Hi, I'm Rayma.
And I'm Andrea.
And this is Mile High Murder. We are just slightly obsessed with true crime. We text each other when new missing persons cases are unfolding. We add each other to Facebook sleuth groups and definitely feel like we have solved the cases before anyone else. We aren't creepy, I promise.
I'm sorry. That was dumb.
It's fine. I'm just gonna laugh.
I'm ready. Sorry.
Hey.
Why did you just click your tongue?
I don't know.
That was so weird.
It was weird.
Hi, guys.
Hi, everybody.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Guess what's happening tonight, Andrea?
I'm going to die a slow and painful death.
No.
Maybe. You don't know.
Well, I hope not. Opposite, actually. You're going to get to drink beer.
Okay.
And have, around 20, I don't know how many people are coming, 25, 30, 35 of our closest friends around us while we tell true crime stories just like this right now.
But to you, in front of
you. To you. You guys, you're going to be there. You better be there.
But please smile at us.
Please be there. Also, wear clothes. Don't come naked like people tell you to imagine the audience naked.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting you to say that.
I'm not going to imagine you guys naked.
Well, now
Anyways,
I am.
No. That's so weird. Where did that ever come from? And why? That never makes anyone feel better.
No, never.
It always just makes me be like, why? I don't want that.
I don't want to see that guy naked.
Anyways, we're super excited for tonight. World Works, 7 p.m.
Yep.
We will be sharing 2 true crime Greeley stories.
Greeley true crime
stories for you. And
but I just don't feel like there's a lot of true crime in Greeley, though.
Oh, boy. Greeley. You know what?
People
Greeley
have such an opinion about Greeley, man.
They do. And Greeley's not that bad. I'll be honest. I have...
Well...
It's not. It's not.
Fine.
We're about to be in Greeley. We don't want to talk crap about Greeley today.
Okay, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
I mean, South Park gives Greeley a hard enough time. We don't need to.
That's true.
Give Greeley a harder time. Yeah, we'll be talking about Greeley more tonight. So
yeah, we'll make all the Greeley jokes.
But today, my story for you is not Greeley.
Okay, let me guess. Aurora.
It's Aurora.
Of course it is.
I know. I really am not trying to do a bunch of Aurora stories, but
my sister the other day texted me and she was like, "Good Lord, like so much crap comes out of Aurora."
Yeah, I don't know why. Is it?
And we try like not to like do the same city back to back.
Yeah. But it happens sometimes. Honestly, it's like I don't even look at the city. I Google the name and then I'm not looking at the city. I'm like, oh, what's the story about? Is it interesting right off the bat? And then I'm like, I want to look into that more.
A dangerous place?
I don't know. I mean,
I've been there before. I don't feel like I've ever felt scared.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's
got to be just pockets, right?
Probably, right?
If you live in Aurora, let us know.
Like, if you feel safe in your city. Do you feel safe? But anyways, let me tell you about the story.
According to our podcast, we don't feel safe in Aurora.
Aurora. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, after doing this, I don't know that I want to ever be in Aurora.
I guess not.
Sorry, guys. We'll probably come do a live show there sometime. We have like 50 cases for to cover. So
how do we
it's going to be a long night. Just kidding.
My gosh.
This case was really hard for me to find information on.
Okay.
And I'm not quite sure why.
Oh.
Some of the information I found was from, there's not even a Wikipedia on these people.
What?
I know.
There's a Wikipedia on you.
No, there's not.
Well, there could be.
Well, there's probably not.
I'm going to go make one.
Okay, well, please don't. That's kind of weird.
But everything has a Wikipedia.
Everything has a Wikipedia, and this case does not.
Odd.
No one in this case has a Wikipedia.
Okay.
I could not find very much from the police or law enforcement on anything in this case.
That's weird.
Most of what I found was from the Denver Post. There's a cold case, a blog that the Denver Post has this is on.
Okay, cool.
And then also on actually the Dr. Phil show.
Oh,
because
classic.
This case was covered on the Dr. Phil show back in 2002, I believe.
Oh, when was this case?
Let me make sure that was true. 2010 is what I meant to say.
Oh, okay.
So not too long ago, 2010. No. So anyways, this case was in 1996.
Oh, well, okay.
So I'm not really sure. I'm sorry.
I mean, the farther back we go, the harder it is to find resources.
It is true. The longer cases were, the further back cases were, the longer they were. Anyways, so
eloquent.
All that to say, I'm going to tell you about the murder of Kimberly Medina. So Kimberly was not a normal 19-year-old because at just 15 years old, she was pregnant with her first child and she dropped out of high school. I know. Poor thing.
Precious baby.
She married the father, whose name was Michael Medina, and he was 21 when they got married.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah. I don't know the deal here. No idea where her parents were or why this was a thing.
Are you even allowed to do that?
I don't know. I think your parents have to sign something to say yes, but and maybe because she was pregnant, they were like, yes, this is better this way.
Obviously, the better choice.
Yeah, who knows? Ugh. Again, I couldn't find very much information, so I don't know much about her past. I do know that her parents were in her life in some capacity, but anyways, they named their first daughter Nika, and a year later had another daughter they named Marissa.
Good grief. So at 16, she's got 2 kids?
Yeah, I can't imagine that. Two kids, 3 and 2 years old. By the time
if we had our kids by that time, though, they'd be out of the house.
I kind of like my kids.
Mine are fine.
Good thing they're too young to be listening to this right now. Huh?
They will never listen to this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, can I just hold on? Side note. Sorry. Pause the true crime right now. Okay. Can I just tell you? So I listen to podcasts in the car. And my daughter is 3 years old, and she is the funniest human.
She's so cute.
She's adorable. And so when I listen to true crime ones, I put on music in the back for her, and I make it really, really quiet in the front. But she has amazing hearing. And I actually was listening to our podcast, and she goes, "Mom, is that you talking? Is that you? Gosh. You're talking?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Who are you talking to?" And I'm like, "Well, Andrea." And then I was like, "Yeah. It's called a podcast, baby." And then I'm describing what a podcast is. And I'm realizing podcasts are weird. I was like, yeah, me and Andrea record talking to each other and then people listen to it.
Yeah.
So podcasts are weird, guys. I
can't
believe
like
you're listening to us. Right? It is, but like
different format.
I think because I'm on this side of it, it's weird. It is different format. Anyways, sorry about that sidetrack note, but
no, you're good.
My daughter has amazing hearing and we're in trouble.
Yeah. Pop some earphones in, babe.
Yeah. Isn't that illegal while you're driving? I make fun of people I see with earphones in while they're driving. Sorry. Anyways.
Well, then I won't drive past you.
Okay, back to murder stuff. So, they named their first daughter Nika and had a second daughter. Lots of kids. Mm-hmm. 2 kids. The relationship seemed incredibly unstable, which I don't know. They're 22 and 16 by this time.
Like, give me a break, of course.
So they moved quite a bit around different states, and Michael had turned violent and had been arrested twice for domestic violence against Kimberly. Ugh. Once in June 1995, while they were living in Arizona, and a second time in September 1995 when they were living in New Mexico. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They're really popping around.
Yeah, and I have no idea what took them to those places, but they were in hotter states, and then they came to a colder state. Kimberly told authorities that her husband threatened to kill her if she pressed charges against him. So she didn't, and nothing ever came from these events.
Do it.
I know. She was just so young.
So young. It's so sad.
I mean, when you're that young,
manipulated the crap out of her.
Totally. So they returned back to Colorado, and Kimberly started working for a super shuttle at DIA. Have you ever ridden a super shuttle?
I don't know. I mean, like, I was just at DIA and I rode Canopy. But isn't that like the same?
Is it?
I don't know.
I thought super shuttles are more like the ones that pick you up at a park and ride and then take you to...
Heck no.
Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Is it more like the Canopy
I have no
thing?
idea.
Yeah, I've ridden the Canopy one. Anyways. Let us know what a super shuttle is and if you've ever ridden it. Side note.
We know nothing.
So they lived in Aurora, like I said, with their 2 daughters who are now 3 and 2. Michael had a newspaper route in the more rural, I cannot say that rural every time, rural areas of Arapahoe County. And when I was looking this up, I could not find any other job that he held. So I'm not sure.
I can't imagine
that
he made like a boatload of money tossing papers out his window.
But I mean, I do wonder though, like maybe she worked at there. He tossed papers, and then he tossed those papers around, and then he watched the girls while she was working. Maybe?
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe that's. Oh my god!
Stop hitting the microphone.
Maybe that's the case. But anyways, so on the evening of October 29th, 1996, Kimberly and Michael got into an argument. Michael thought Kimberly was cheating on him, and he says his story was that she walked to a nearby gas station on Buckley Road and Mississippi Avenue to get cigarettes and to make a phone call. He assumed she was making a call, since they had a phone, to the man she was seeing. So that's his
Has
story.
anyone ever proved that she was actually cheating on him? Or was she just trying to get the H out of a horrible marriage?
I have no idea.
Ugh.
I don't know if there's proof of that. Kimberly, though, was supposed to go to her half-sister's choir concert that night, and her family grew concerned when she didn't show up. Michael didn't report her missing until October 31st, 2 days later, claiming he thought she left to be with the man she was having an affair with.
Yeah, that's not suspicious.
Yeah. Anytime that happens, that is suspicious.
Yeah.
It's always suspicious. It's always the husband.
Always the husband.
So, knowing that Kimberly would never leave her girls, friends and family started searching for Kimberly. They distributed flyers around Colorado and the surrounding states, as well as in truck stops across the country. Several stories had been written in local newspapers in the Denver metropolitan area, which I couldn't really find any of these stories. Her family held press conferences pleading for people to come forward if they had any information about her disappearance. They searched mine shafts, manholes.
Oh my gosh.
Abandoned missile sites, fields, pastures, and many other places all over the state. They were searching for this girl.
Man, that's awful.
Yeah. They also contacted friends of Kimberly's back to as early as elementary school and coworkers.
Sorry, nobody knows
in the
anything
past
about me.
Yeah.
Elementary school.
I know, right? But just trying to find
bananas.
any clue, but that's very true. Nobody knows.
No.
Nothing led them any closer to finding Kimberly. That's how desperate they were, though. They really wanted to find her. So there was no activity to her social security number, which I don't know. What kind of activity do you have in a social security number?
I have no idea. Is mine active?
Yeah.
Does it follow me around? I literally don't know what that means.
I'm like, I don't even know what.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
Okay.
That was just in one of the articles I read. Or activity on her driver's license, which I guess just means she didn't get pulled over because I don't know what that means.
You would think they would say stuff like no activity on her
credit card,
or
but
her
maybe
bank
she didn't have one.
account.
Maybe he controlled those things. I don't
true.
know.
That's a good point.
So, anyways, that's a first. No activity on her social security number. Her paycheck that was over $800 was never picked up. So more of the warning signs of her and Michael's relationship started coming out. The family actually didn't know that he had been arrested for domestic violence until she went missing. And she had actually told her supervisor at work the day before she was last seen that her husband had threatened her and that if she was even 10 minutes late for work to call the cops.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She knew.
And then also there were reports that she had told, I don't know who, maybe her supervisor or somebody, that she had asked for a divorce a week before she went missing.
Oh my gosh. Well, there it is.
Yeah. As far as I could tell, Michael was not really looked into by the police. I couldn't really find anything that the police, like there was no official report from the police or anything like that from what I could find. So the only people that did look into him was Child Protective Services, who did let him keep custody of the girls.
Oh, no.
And according to Kimberly's father, he took them and disappeared. So didn't talk to them again. And unfortunately, the truth about Kimberly wouldn't come out until years later. So a year and a half after Kimberly vanished, Michael met Becky Garrell. Becky was only 18.
What the heck?
Yeah. And so he would be what, 23, 24? No, wait, older than that. 25?
He's too old to be
Shouldn't be with an 18-year-old.
dating teenagers.
I'm really good at math, guys. No, I'm not.
No,
That's
I
why
think
do a
we're
true crime
consistently
podcast. Also, I'm
showing how bad we are at math.
Yeah. Because I'm like, how many years is left? Let me just add that up real quick. Where's my iPhone calculator? So, yeah, Becky was only 18, and she became the only mother figure that Nika and Marissa would remember. They lived in Monte Vista, Colorado. I want to say California. Whereas this is not a California podcast.
It sounds like it would be.
Monte Vista, Colorado. And I looked that up on a map, you guys, because I learned that we know nothing about cities in Colorado. It is in southern Colorado.
Okay.
Near Alamosa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, after Michael and Becky had been together for 6 years, on January 4th, 2004, they had a son they named Deegan. In 2005, after Michael became more abusive towards Becky, she decided to leave him, thank God.
Yeah.
But since the girls weren't hers, okay, bye. Since the girls weren't hers, she couldn't take them with her. But she did take Deegan.
Okay.
I know, it's super sad. I feel bad for those girls. After she moved into another apartment in Alamosa, Michael snuck into her apartment a few times.
Ew.
Yeah. Ugh, I don't like him. One time she recalled, this is where it gets sad, guys. So if you just fast forward 30 seconds if you don't want to hear some sad things.
Okay.
So one time she recalled he tied her up with duct tape, threatened to slash her with a box cutter, and raped her while their son Deacon was nearby.
Ew, 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 ew. Oh my gosh, my whole body shuddered.
Yeah. On May 20th, 2005, Michael once again entered her house, but this time after closing all the blinds and locking all the doors, he told her the dark truth about what had happened to Nika and Marissa's mom. And he was also holding Deegan at this while he was telling her this. So he was telling her this in a very violent, threatening, way.
And wouldn't you think, immediately I thought, okay, if he's going to tell her this story, he's going to kill her.
Yeah, totally.
Because he doesn't want to get caught.
But he was telling her what had happened because she felt because he was trying to intimidate her from leaving him, basically.
Oh my God.
So at first she actually didn't believe this story, but then she started realizing yeah, it has to be true. So this is what he told her, that he had found out that Kimberly was cheating on him with a coworker. He went to a field that he had passed during one of his paper routes and dug a hole. Then after picking Kimberly up from work, and with the girls asleep in his truck.
No, ew.
Yeah. He got Kimberly out of the car and beat her with a baseball bat before throwing her into the hole and burying her while she was still breathing.
No. Nope. No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Not a good person.
Mm-mm. That's my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Ew. Ugh.
So after confessing to Becky, he told her that if she told anyone, he would kill Deegan. This guy is such a manipulative jerk.
Calm down. Watch your language.
I know. I'm getting so upset at him. He then took her back to his house and didn't let her leave his sight. He put a bookshelf in front of her bedroom door so she couldn't leave.
Oh my gosh, like a child.
Yeah, he just was afraid she was going to tell the police, which is really weird because...
Then don't say anything, dum-dum.
Yeah. I don't know if by this point he was feeling like he couldn't kill her. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's the girls are older and they're around or what, but he
probably enjoyed the manipulation game.
Yeah,
he probably enjoyed torturing her.
Totally. So the next day, Becky had already told her aunt that she would help her wash her car, and she convinced Michael that if she didn't show up, they would grow suspicious. So he let her go. He dropped her off and took the girls and Deegan to get pizza, but he called her several times and said, remember, don't, threatened her.
Oh my gosh.
Don't tell the cops. Don't tell anybody what I told you. And he said, you'll never see Deegan again.
Oh, honey.
But Becky did get the guts to tell her aunt. Yeah. And told about what Michael had confessed, and her aunt called the cops. So for the second time, Michael drove his girls to a field, this time near a sewage treatment lagoon in Monte Vista. Then gave his girls a list of phone numbers and told them to kiss their brother goodbye and to not look back.
No.
He said that their brother and him were going to go away for a long time. Ugh. The girls listened. They described that they walked away from the field and that they didn't look back, and that they went and they called their uncle to have him pick them up, and then they told their uncle where their dad was.
Oh my gosh.
And so at the same time, the police are finding out, and the uncle knows where they are. And so they're able to find Michael, and they arrest him in that field. And they find the body of his 16-month-old son near the sewage treatment lagoon, and he had drowned.
Oh, honey.
So Michael was charged with first-degree murder in Deegan's death.
Good.
But this makes me so angry. He pled down to a child abuse causing death charge and was sentenced to 48 years in prison.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So in all this, in his whole court case with that, it came out obviously that he had confessed to killing Kimberly. So Kimberly's dad thought that he'd finally get answers, and but Michael never actually revealed where Kimberly's body was. And it still...
Did you see that the UK passed this law that you can't get paroled unless you reveal where the body is?
That's such a great law.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Like, we need that here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, sorry,
Hopefully-
you don't get out unless you tell us where the body
Yeah,
is. And we have to
hopefully-
find it first, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, then we'll talk. Hopefully we
Ugh.
follow suit with that, because that's a great law.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. But it ended up taking them 3 years before they charged him with
What?
Kimberly's murder. I have no idea why. I don't know.
This case is so
I mean,
bizarre.
no body. Maybe they didn't have enough evidence. I don't know if they
Maybe.
ever looked into him that deeply, and so I don't know if they had to.
You would think so with the domestic abuse charges.
You would think
Allure.
so, but I couldn't find much information, so I'm not sure. So finally, on November 15th, 2013, Michael Medina was convicted of the murder of Kimberly Green Medina.
Yay.
But her
Bye.
body still was never found. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yay. Honestly, this was in, 2013, this was in a lot of unsolved, like, missing persons things. Kimberly was still like filed as missing endangered.
Oh, weird.
For a very long time. And actually, if you go to websites, it's still filed that way. They've never like said the case is solved, which is really interesting. I don't know if that's because they don't have a body.
I mean, yeah.
It is all weird when you look into this case and you can't find that much information. Like, obviously by now I've looked into a lot of cases, and this is the hardest one finding information. It was just this weird.
Yeah, that's really strange.
Yeah. Dr. Phil was able to get them on the show. Come on. So,
yeah, now I want to go back and watch that.
I don't have the special Hulu. I just have normal Hulu, so I couldn't watch the episode. I can only watch one clip. And then they have you can actually read through parts of the interviews from Dr. Phil. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, but this is crazy.
Okay.
At the same time that they were on the Dr. Phil show, so 2 months before they were on Dr. Phil, which was in 2010, July of 2010. Sorry, not 2 months before. A few months before.
Okay.
Susan Powell's family was on Dr. Phil. So Susan Powell went missing in December 2009.
Go listen to something about that.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
the
If you don't know who
craziest
Susan
case.
Powell is, you have to listen to it.
So
It's really sad.
But it's also freaking insane.
It's really sad. Go, after you're done listening to us, go listen to the Crime Junkies case on Susan Powell if you haven't yet, because it is.
There are a few
so
out there.
good.
And I think there's actually one podcast. I don't remember what it is.
Cold.
Oh, yeah.
No, is it Cold?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all about
It's
Susan
all
Powell.
about that
Go
family.
listen to that too.
It's crazy.
But so she went missing in December 2009. In February 2010, they were on the Dr. Phil's show. She's still missing. No information about it. Nothing.
Who was on? Josh Powell?
No, her parents.
Oh, okay.
I think their names were Chuck and Judy, but I don't think I
sounds
put
right.
it in here.
No, that sounds right.
And so then sorry, this sounds complicated. They were on it in February. Later on, July 2010, this family was on it, talking about Kimberly's
Medinas.
disappearance.
Well, not the Medinas.
Well, not the Medinas, yeah. Kimberly, the daughters, and then the dad, whose name is John, by the way,
Okay.
were on it. And they were talking about how similar the case was, that they thought for
that's
sure the
insane.
husband did something, right? Even
It's
at
always
that
the
time.
husband.
And they're talking about how similar it was. And Dr. Phil asked John if he had any words of wisdom for Susan Powell's parents. And he said, don't lose touch with your grandchildren. you need to keep
Oh my
in contact with your
gosh.
grandchildren. Which, if you don't know about the Susan Powell case, that is crazy.
Yeah.
That
Wow.
is what
That's
he told
crazy.
them. So anyways, that was a little crazy tidbit. Kind of like a nerdy true crime tidbit as I was
I
like
know that's
looking
crazy
into this
that they're
case.
like kind of randomly connected.
Yeah, very randomly through Dr. Phil.
Through Dr. freaking Phil. Oh my gosh.
Which, like, is that even, does he still have a show?
I think so.
Okay. I don't have cable.
I don't either.
So
I'm not a
Netflix
fan
and
either.
Hulu all the way of Dr. Phil.
Yeah. He's very abrasive.
You know what? It is still a show because I watched a portion of the Chris Watts Dr. Phil episode.
Oh, there you go.
So
Answered
he is
your
a
own
little
question.
abrasive. Yeah, but I don't know. I guess most of the info I got was from
So
him,
at least the good thing is that this guy's in prison.
yeah.
Hopefully,
I just feel
rotting.
so bad for his girls.
I know it's so awful,
Those poor girls.
but maybe they are close to their grandparents.
Yeah, maybe
And doing the best they can.
living a very good, stable
Yeah.
life with
Aw, that neat.
stable men. Hopefully, when they get married someday. All right. Well,
Well, that was a bummer.
that was a bummer.
Do you have
Sorry
anything?
about the?
Any happy news? Any joyful news?
Why do you?
I don't know. I've been watching Peppa Pig today.
That makes a lot of sense. I don't know. I mean,
Our biggest joyful news is
tonight,
but
also the scariest,
But also
freaking news ever.
Barfy news.
Yeah, Barfy. Well, we will see you tonight.
Yeah, we will. Oh, okay.
Go follow us.
Yes.
On Instagram at Mile High Murder Podcast.
And join our Facebook group because it's super fun.
We're fun.
Mile High Murder Podcast Discussion Group.
Yep.
I mean, just click the link on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And please leave us rates and reviews.
Yeah.
Because that helps us get seen by more crime loving freaks like you and us.
And you know what? Sometimes it gives us a little laugh.
A little laugh.
Yeah. We like to
Sometimes-
hear about what you don't like about us.
No, I mean, I would prefer you to say what you do like, but if you have to,
It's just good for the ego.
Just write it down somewhere and then throw it in the trash.
Please, God.
Just don't push send and then.
Because it makes us feel
Anyways.
really good about ourselves.
Yeah, it's fine. You humble us sometimes.
Truly. We love it.
Honestly, if
No,
you're
I don't.
someone who is going to leave a negative review, you're probably not still listening. So,
Stop now. Turn back. Because it's not going to get any better than this.
yeah. Have you? Never mind. Okay, turn back. Don't listen.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll see you tonight.
See you tonight.
It's going to be awesome.
So great. Only the cool people will be there, so you better be there if you want to be cool. Do it in your cool.
Okay. Well, we'll see you guys next week if you're not
Coming
at Woodworks
tonight.
tonight. And yeah, we love you. See you next week.
Do we though?
Yeah,
We do love you. Thank
do.
you for listening.
Yep.
It means a lot.
it does.
Oh,